getting scared.
Get it out!
300 countries in the past.
But I'm not really. I'm just saying that.
That is true though.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not stalling on think about that way for a minute.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm here now.
All right.
Just bullshit?
For a minute, and then he was like, I now have a question about my water bill. Since, you know, he just moved in, he hasn't got his first one yet.
It's so crazy, dude. Like, my friends hate me.
Why?
I don't know. Ask him. Ask him why my friends hate me.
Why?
I don't get invited to help build fences.
I didn't get invited to help build your fence.
I didn't build my fence.
You did?
No,
Beside of it.
Do you have an HOA?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh, the Nazis of the
And
house.
guess what? He didn't send his blueprints into it.
An actual blueprint?
Yeah, you gotta send like how you're gonna build it and like the measurements
It's
to the
like-
HOA.
You get like the plot of your land when you buy your house.
Yeah.
And you have to like make a copy of it and then draw where you're gonna put your fence. It's stupid as fuck.
It's the dumbest shit in the world.
Oh, I didn't do it, and then they like sent a fucking email saying,
We did the same thing. They were
But
like,
what if you don't send a blueprint? You just build your fence.
so that's what I did, and then like 2 months later, they were like, we noticed a fence, and there wasn't a fence last time. We don't see a fucking approval on file. And I was like,
build your fence.
All right.
did you build your fence, Kenny?
I did not.
Did you say when I built my fence?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Did you send in a PDF to who?
You
To
send
the
it.
HOA.
You send it.
Oh,
Dude, the
HOA.
The HOA is owned and operated by a company that's not even like. It's by a company for one,
Yeah.
and nobody in the neighborhood is part of the board, part of the company, or anything. But
Yeah, like,
they're
there's
supposed
no
to.
board meetings that you can go to or anything.
They don't like,
This is pretty sus.
dude, and we pay them stupid amounts of money.
Who are these guys?
$200 a what month?
No, it's mine is like $400 a year.
That is ridiculous.
It
Yeah.
might be here. I think that's what we do. I don't know. It's just dumb
There's no,
because
like-
nobody does anything.
There's no common areas. There's no like, which I don't want. People in my neighborhood Facebook group are like, let's like get a community pool built, like blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, if you're broke and you can't put a pool in for your kids ain't swimming, dog. Because I'm not gonna use a community
Well,
pool.
They also do it for new developments too. Like the houses that go up, they leave the lights on at night or whatever whenever they get to a finish point. That's like they pay the bill out of our HOA dues.
Yeah, like the HOA has to pay for the street lights, like the electricity for the.
Yeah.
So when the construction company is like plugging in power tools to build houses, and they like leave the lights on overnight, and they actually do that, like the HOA, which we pay, we're paying for their electricity. To
Yeah,
make
we're
money.
paying
I'm
for
like,
them to.
I'm like, I kind of feel like, and then when you move into your house, you have like a week to change your electricity bill over
30
to your
days
name.
now.
Oh, 30 days. So, and the HOA pays for the new people's like first month of electricity.
Which,
I'm like,
when in doubt, they don't pay it. We pay it.
so I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like, how are we paying for this?
At least they got an awning over their mailboxes, but ours is wide the fuck open.
Really?
Yeah.
But now it's like apparently also Mississippi state law. Like when they build a neighborhood, they all have to have HOAs because the
You
And they-
can't disband them, you can't do anything.
you can't disband them for 50 years after they've been established.
Yep.
So like even if it's going to get turned over to the neighborhood sooner or later, when the last house is built and sold, but you can't disband it for 50 years.
Well, that's never gonna happen, it's never gonna stop, because they're gonna get more land, and they're gonna try to build more to where they keep in control of it pretty much.
Sounds like fascist.
Because they're already
Dude,
asking,
literally.
so you know where the pond is at one of your entrances,
Yeah.
right there? They wanna push ours towards y'all's entranceway, like more houses.
Are you guys in the same neighborhood?
No.
We're like a walking distance from each other.
His neighborhood is separated from my neighborhood by like maybe an acre.
Oh, really?
There's a trail that leads to his house,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
or to his neighborhood, so.
Dude, they were gonna connect. Is this thing like going? It's not going.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, that's fucking cool. I was about to say some wild shit. Never mind.
You can say it.
No, go ahead.
If
We'll
you
cut
want to
it
cut
later.
it out, we'll cut it out.
No, I'm good. I can't be recorded saying this shit.
Yeah, like Austin's walked to his neighborhood from a trail.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of, your kid want to watch my trash can?
Yeah.
He started a business doing it.
Really?
Yeah, Austin fucking
Dude,
I've
I've
been
been
like $280 walking around our neighborhood washing trash cans.
I've been thinking about that, like washing people, like not me doing it, but wanting to start a
Washing
business
people?
where other people start.
So the Hulk can wash
Well, no.
Like I want to start a business where other people go and wash trash cans. Like I have the company.
I think so.
So what you're trying to do is you're trying to steal my son's business. Is that, that's what I'm
No. He's trying to get cheaper labor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to use children.
So I shouldn't have voted
They're
for Trump,
deporting
honestly.
people. What does he do now? He's got to use the children.
I shouldn't have, voted for Trump.
So does he have to pay taxes? Like an LLC? What is this?
If you establish it, then yeah.
Oh.
He just know people.
So is that all under the table?
Yeah, he's like knocking.
Well, what if the HOA finds out about this?
That's what I want to know. I don't know.
Oh.
Dude, so when I was going
Hey,
through,
HOA.
so prior to the move to whatever, I had done like all the paperwork to get my firearms license, my FFL, yeah, my FFL, and dude, so when you go through that process, obviously the ATF is like mega involved, and they whatever, but part of their like to give you the license, you have to, if you live in an HOA, you have to get the HOA to sign off on your business. And then, so that, dude, I had to fight the fucking, because they're like, on the sheet that they have to sign, it's like, you're telling them, like, I'm okay with them manufacturing firearms. So when you hear, like, manufacturing firearms, they think you have, like, heavy equipment in your fucking house. It's just, like, pressing steel and, like,
Fucking bulldozer.
dude, yes. And then when I went, then you have to go through the city, went through the city, like, you'll bleep that, can't know where I live. But
Timestamp.
but going through the city, same thing, timestamp. Doing the same thing, they gotta be like, they have to sign off on it. And the lady was like, "What do you mean manufacturing firearms?" And I'm like, "It's not manufacturing. It's like I order this part, I order this part."
You just put them together like Legos.
Put them together. I literally said
That's
like
a good
Legos.
Lego set.
Yeah, and she's like, then why are they using the term manufacturing? And I'm like, I don't know, woman. Just sign it, please. God. Sign it, guys.
So did she sign it?
After I like initiate or I borderline filed a lawsuit.
Anytime somebody gets one citation from the HOA, you're on their shit list forever.
Really?
It's like the shed that they're building. Guaranteed they had to send blueprints into it.
Yeah, and then I got a thing from the lady that like sends the letters. She sent me an email the other day, and she was like, I saw a pallet of concrete in front of your house, and she sent me a picture of it. She's like, I don't see an approval on file, yada yada. So I went back to the email and I downloaded the email, and then I forwarded it to her, and I was like, see attached, please update your records accordingly, thanks.
You know where she works out of? The Horton building on COE.
Does she?
It's a white Mercedes, isn't it?
BMW.
Or, yeah.
You heard that, guys. They're gonna.
We have to bleep that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that part.
I've got the license plate number if you want it.
She works out of the DR Horton right there in Cedar Lake.
Say that louder.
She works out of the DR Horton building in Cedar Lake.
DR Horton, guys.
White BMW.
White. Same one that comes around our neighborhood.
Really? She just like goes around?
They drive around, they'll take pictures of stuff, and then they'll send you an email.
If you park it on the side or on the side road, if you pull up onto the sidewalk with like a boat or something, and it's only there for a day.
Sounds like communist China.
Dude, you're not even allowed to work on your vehicle in your driveway.
Yeah.
What?
You're not allowed to.
Not even change a tire?
You can't even change the oil.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I do it. If I see the white BMW, I'll just get a picture of me like this. Greasy hands and all.
I mean, you can fight that one. Like, I couldn't bring it anywhere. It broke.
Dude, but there's a lot of people that, because they didn't have the money to like actually go through with with trying to issue fines and stuff,
Mhm.
because people aren't going to pay the fines, and because a bunch of people aren't paying their HOA dues,
Yeah,
because they're like, you guys aren't doing shit for us.
yeah.
Like,
So
why are we going to pay it? And they finally got like some thing together with some local law firm, and now they're actually pursuing it.
So now if you don't pay your HOA dues, or if you don't pay one of the, I
You
guess,
get a bank fee?
transactions or whatever that they give you,
Uh-huh.
then you get a lien on your house. And it's more than what the fine was for. They add an addition to pay that law firm.
Dude, this sounds very
This
terrible.
is China.
Dude, after so long too, like even with the lien, because you're like, oh, I'm not going to sell my house. Even with the lien, after a while, they can end up like taking your home and selling it to get the money that you owe them.
Yep.
Wow.
Which is insane to me,
Because if
though.
you don't
So-
pay that lien, you can't sell your house.
It seems like you're trapped there forever now.
Yeah, if you
At least for
yeah.
50 years.
Yeah.
So you're locked up and they won't let you out.
Akon.
Wow. But yeah,
So
this is Big Daddy Sean.
this is Big Daddy. And if you can't tell by the building, we are at Camp Shelby.
Look at that.
No, you could put that on
Really?
there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We can say something else, like we're in a prison.
This
Yeah.
house is
Essentially.
prison.
Yeah, this house is a prison.
Some call it Auschwitz.
Some call it.
There is a swastika.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No?
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
You know where it's at?
I don't know where it's at, but I've seen it.
Do you know the exact coordinates?
I don't.
I'm
So,
sure we can
when
find
we
it.
were doing the Norwegian Ruck March, we actually passed by it where it's at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, if I
Or
was
like the
walking-
German Ruck March.
Yeah. The German Ruck March.
No, the Trail of Tears, dude.
Oh, dude, fucking Andrew Jackson Jihad, bro. He did kill a shit ton of Indians, though, or Native Americans.
Yeah, you better.
Is that what you call them
better-
now?
You better name them correctly.
I'm
You're
Asian.
dead
I can get away with stuff.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Your people was
Which ones?
all of them.
Wait, they were what?
Yeah.
They were what?
I don't know where
wanna
I'm
hear
going.
this.
I just wanted to say your people. Bro, so this is the guy we always talk about, dude. Like, he's kind of nervous, to be honest.
No, that was a good start. He is the creator of Admin Nerds.
Yeah. He literally created us.
I get. Did I name the was it
The
the
chat,
group
that was-
Yeah, you named the group chat.
Wow. Look, dude, I'm gonna save this part of the clip so when like y'all are millionaires, I'm gonna sue y'all.
Oh my god.
Give me all the money.
You're gonna be on that trail with us.
The Trail of Tears.
The Trail of Tears.
Oh.
So,
Trail of Cum. That's what we're gonna call it.
I may not want anything to do with that, so that may be the move.
We're like slugs.
I say after this though, we go find that.
and then add that to the back end of it.
Wait, what? The trail come? No, I'm talking about the swastika.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Add it to the back end of this conversation, us going and finding it.
It'll be like a quick flash.
It's just us running, oh my god, it's here.
You know the story on that, right?
Yeah, like,
What is your story? And I'm not saying yours up there. I've just heard multiple. I want to hear.
from what I've heard, right, so they had German prisoners of war here, and it was a prison outside of the gate, but they had dug a big ass trench that was like, I don't know, 50 yards, and it was swastika. That way, when the planes would fly over, because they thought they were still in Germany, they'd be like, "Oh, our guys are there."
Really, they really thought they were still in Germany.
Yeah.
Well, so what I heard is that because Camp Shelby used to be like a World War II basic training site,
Mhm.
and so they took the POWs from Germany and brought them here and threw them in this camp. And when they also had that old airstrip, and the old airstrip is where they tested and trained pilots
Mhm.
prior to sending them overseas. And when they would see the planes, they thought that Germany made it to America, and Germany was like invading America. So they dug that swastika into the ground and would put fuel or trash or something and burn it so the planes would see the swastika and know
Yeah.
like to come rescue them. But I don't know what kind of planes like America and Germany had, and they looked at it like, yeah, that's a German plane, or
That's ours.
I would imagine, you know, because dude, the Germans are so advanced in all the tech and stuff. So like, I feel like you could differentiate an American plane and a German plane.
No,
at the
I
time.
think that like the foot soldiers were just dumb as shit. Like the mountains of fucking Austria type of deal.
It's kind of like our 11 Bravos.
No, like Appalachia Bravos.
Yeah.
Appalachia Bravos.
Yeah, dude.
Oh fuck, hillbilly fucking.
Dude, and some of those videos and documentaries about the Appalachian, I'm like, dude, they got people out there that don't even know what internet is.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like date their cousin and shit.
You imagine bringing them a fucking Starlink and like, here you go. You're a
Wait,
fucking
we
god.
did talk
Dude,
about this.
We
yeah.
should do that and find some way to like make them Twitter accounts and profit off of the shit they tweet.
Bro, we
That'd be
should.
awesome.
Oh yeah, that's our Sentinel Island. Set up cameras. They don't know.
Love Island, what you're telling me?
Incest Island. Let's go.
Let's go.
I would say that's a good idea, but I feel like you just watch someone sit on a porch and like pick their belly button all day or some shit.
Yeah.
Like that. There's not much interesting.
But they can shred on the banjo when they fucking start playing. Just like.
You just gotta get like a year's worth of footage and then comb through all the belly button picking.
That year's worth of footage comes down to like a 30-minute episode.
It's like, on this next season, 2 years from now.
On Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah, so you guys have been talking about doing the pod for like ever. Like what's the final?
Are you interviewing us?
No, I'm just curious because like I'm here and I'm like,
Bro,
We did the pod.
I think literally I was just sitting there one day and I was in my lab truck and I said, I can't do this forever. And I was like, only thing I'm good at is talking to people and like chilling with the boys. And so I called him on a random Tuesday. I was like, hey, what are you doing Friday? He's like, nothing. Do you want to go out? I was like, I want to do a podcast. I was
Yeah.
like, just fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, that's what we started. Like I bought the mic. He had the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And his what is it, editing and like engineering, what is it, producing?
Yeah.
It's a hit or a miss. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's fucking shitty.
what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I'll have them moments where it's like I don't pay attention because I'm like, this is good. Like the mic situation with episode, like we got to figure out a way to splice that audio.
In episode 2, the void episode.
The void episode, yeah, that one. So I've got some learning. I've learned a lot about it though.
What are you doing? Like watching YouTube videos on it?
YouTube, asking ChatGPT how to do things. So, and it'll break it down like a 5-year-old for me because I said, remember, I want things broke down like I'm 5, please.
Yeah.
And it remembers, so. And it breaks it down. Gives me pretty little like green check marks for every single time I do it. I'm like, nice. I know what I'm doing, dude.
Yeah, but so because it's been like what 3 years that you've talked about doing the pod.
How long have I been at the unit? 4 years now?
No, 5, dude.
5?
5.
So 5 years we've been talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It only took a deployment and a heartbreak. Oh my.
And then it took
2 battles, dude, and then yeah. Damn.
It's nice though. Like people are asking, they're like, so like, are you actually enjoying it? I'm like, dude, I fucking love it. Like even if like I don't ever get paid off of it, like I still love to do it just because it's fun. I get to hang out with the fucking boys every 2 weeks.
Oh, the third is here.
Yeah.
Finally. The trifecta.
The
The
trifecta.
3 Musketeers.
Ching ching.
I told people like if we get together, like we can actually like rule like accounting, I would say.
Account.
A small one in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah, yeah. But if it's owned by the HOA, we can't. That's like
No. We don't do HOAs.
No, we don't.
No. I'm really excited to see you do a podcast though, because like I know like we were talking about it and like I've got the artwork for yours already made up for yours, bro. And I could see it. Like I was like, bro, just you, another person, 1-on-1. But fucking, I'm just
There may not be a couple videos of that out there already. Episode 1.
X videos, let's go.
No, I would like to, but I always think of like how do you? I don't know. I have conversations with random people out there that I'm like, damn, like I wish that was recorded, like, because that was a good conversation.
Yeah, without their consent.
With 100%. Yeah. But like, how do you convince someone that's worthy of talking to get on your podcast? Because I don't know many people that I'd be like, I want this person on a podcast. Like, I want to have a recorded conversation with this person.
Like what we did with you.
No, yeah, but what our plan is.
Begging.
Yeah, like this was the perfect moment. But in the future, right, when we have better equipment, like microphone and like a legit camera, that's when they see it, they're like, oh, they have a setup. This looks very professional. That's when it's like, it's gonna go off.
Yeah.
So like, if we're gonna have like Major Colonel Williams or some shit like that, like, it's not gonna be like this.
Yeah, dude, and he is someone that I would want to have on a podcast. Yeah, because the dude, like, I don't know, like I want to talk to people that are just. I think I told both y'all this in that chat after I had like one of those really good conversations with a nerd. I was like, dude, like someone that is brilliant in their lane is just like man. I don't know how many people would find that interesting though. Like I don't even know what he does.
A lot of people would find it interesting.
What is he, like a rocket scientist?
No,
That's what I tell people he is. I don't know.
Well, he said aerospace engineering, right? He works on helicopters mostly.
Oh, is it helicopters?
Yeah, helicopters.
Because during those COVID orders, or maybe, because I just gotten hired and I was working on a computer trying to do my classes to get access and stuff. And he came down and I didn't know who he was. He was Major at the time. And we were just like, I got pulled away from my computer for like 2 hours and we just nerded out on like a whole bunch of stuff as soon as he told me that he worked for some big, I don't remember what it was, some defense contractor. And he was saying it was something with rockets at the time, and he was...
It was the mounts for the helicopters, I think. Because that's what he told me. He said, like, they build mounts for, like, weapons. I guess that might...
And he works with different countries, too.
Yeah.
He says he's going to Sweden.
Damn, that's so cool. Like, he's like a corporate Iron Man.
Corporate Iron Man. I like it.
I don't know. There's one of those that's from like South Africa, right?
Elon Musk.
Dude.
What's that one guy I always talk about? Building the mech suits. He was on the Sean Ryan podcast recently. Not recently, years ago.
Oh, you're talking about
They got a facility here.
what's his name?
Here?
Yeah, the company that I was like, man, I would drop everything to work for this company.
Andrew, right?
Andrew, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a goofy name.
Why can't I remember it? Jamie, look that up.
Yeah, but the guy from Andrew, what about him?
I gotta.
I'll look it up. What were you saying about
Yeah.
him?
So like, I found that super interesting. I'm like, bro, like he's a modern day like fucking. That is Iron Man.
Yeah.
From like the very beginning. Like he's like, I'm gonna make this for the military and sell it to them for millions of dollars.
Dude,
Palmer Lucky.
Palmer Lucky, yes.
Have you watched that podcast yet?
Okay.
So he's, because I found out about him before I found out about the company Andrew. And like one thing that's equally as crazy that he's doing, not like designing and building all this crazy tech for warfare, but also the way that he's approaching government contracting. Like he's going into government contracting to where you can like, instead of the current process that's broken, to where they're like, hey, we want to do this project, and then a bunch of big companies create a prototype or whatever, and then they select one company, and they're like, they just continuously throw endless money at it until it is done. Instead, it's like he's producing, or he's bringing finished products to the government. So there's no like bidding and all that shit. It's just, hey, here's what I can, like, here's what I want to do, here's what I can do, and here's the lowest price I can do that for. And they either say yes or no. Like those cameras that were being operated out there on the border.
Those are his.
Those are Andrew's. Like,
Yeah. Bro, he built that one, the drone one. That was sick.
Which one?
The one where it like
There's
so
a lot of cool drones.
if there's a drone in the area, it detects it and then it shoots it out like a fucking
the
rocket.
drone that kills drones.
Yes, bro.
Drone hunters?
It's a drone hunter.
AI-driven drone hunter.
Whoa.
It's cool, man.
It's fucking sick. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's about to change the entire like face of modern warfare.
Yeah, like all the stuff that he's doing, like the one concept that he's doing is basically like modernizing ATAC. ATAC's like, you know what that is?
Explain it for the people though.
I don't even know what the fuck it is. I mean, I do, but ATAC is like basically a program that you know when you get in the Humvee. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Big ass
like
screen.
the Blue Force tracker or whatever.
Yeah.
The big system that comes up and you can like see other Humvees that are on, or other ATACs that are online. And you can see their location and you can send messages to them and stuff. But it's very like outdated. Like it's ugly, clunky, bulky. Like,
Yeah.
think about how much room that takes up in our trucks when it's in there. But what they're doing is basically a little fucking smartphone on your chest that you can flip down and you can see drone feed from your phone, but also like you can have a drone operator on the team and they shoot one of those like the drone killers. They can shoot one of those up out of a little drone cannon and it'll go up and circulate and it basically connects your comms to another team that's over there.
That's so cool.
And it's so like high and so quiet you can't even like hear it or see it. But
Search your own little UAV.
yeah, you can lock into the camera feed. So if you're like, okay, we're gonna ambush these guys, or even on the flip side of it, like, oh, it looks like these guys down here are setting up an ambush for us, you know? And like, so you're watching live streaming footage from it, and it's cool. Like it'll stay on station, and then as it's running out of battery, if there's another one that's like locally hosted on the same system network or whatever, another one will automatically deploy and get into rotation, and that one will go back to base to recharge.
Dude,
That is sick.
Dude, it's crazy what they're doing, man. Like insane.
I was talking with them on the last pod with Cook, like with AI, right? With the whole drone thing and like looking at the op force, right? The AI can basically say, all right, this is the best way of approach. We have done millions of ways where you can approach this mission, and this is the high percentage where less casualty, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's possible, right?
Yeah, dude. So that's like one of the most interesting concepts about AI that gets me excited is like, so GPUs are being used because it's able to process a bunch of things at once. Remember I've explained this concept of like CPUs and GPUs?
Yeah.
And so the aspect of that is like, the most important aspect to it is, like when I was saying the other night when cooking us, we were all having a conversation that like the world is data. Like everything around you is data. A movement is data. There's cause and effect for everything. And AI being able to utilize a computer compared to us utilizing a brain, like you can take all the data around the world, and once the AI is smart enough to start like picking up the cause and effect of something here and how it's what's going to happen here because of that, like the butterfly effect, how they say flaps of wing cause a tsunami on the other side of the world. Like imagine AI being able to pick up how your movement is going to interact with fucking oceans on the other side of the world.
Dude, that is
So all the other fucking possible outcomes.
So
like rolling a fucking D20, and it's like, if it rolls on one, this is gonna happen, blah, blah, blah.
So
Yeah.
I wonder, like, we talk about like how this is utilized for war and shit, right? I wonder if in the future, and I mean, this would probably be a better way to set up a team. Like, it analyzes your training when you're going through. Like, let's say you're clearing rooms, right? Well, this guy and this guy, they clear rooms that would be best used with each other. You could build a fucking solid team with
Oh, it
that.
has all your stats?
Yeah,
Dude.
essentially.
Oh.
Bro, that's gonna be insane. Like, you could build the most stacked fucking sweaty team and then kill Osama bin Laden in 2 seconds.
Osama 2.0.
Yeah, difficulty right now, because like, dude, when we were in Tucson, I came up with like these concepts that would, some of the little projects I would jump on that would keep me up all night long were like little rabbit holes that I would go down. One that like frequently kept me up was the thought process of like, how are we not utilizing AI in these ways? And the, that's why Android was something that I was so like go about, like so hardcore, because pause, little backtrack. Palmer Luckey created Oculus, so he's a designer of that. So one of the coolest concepts that he's doing with this drone, with this new warfare tech, is these NVG-like goggles that will be fed data from those drones. So when the drones are, you know, they see an enemy, and once they get smart enough and capable enough to identify enemies on their own, then your NVGs will allow you to see enemies through walls or through, like, you know, over there where the talk's currently at, like that 2-mile distance, 1.5-mile distance, you'll be able to see like a highlight image of a person walking based on the drone, like recording and feeding that data to you. So it's like
Bro, and he also mentioned like those goggles, like it's gonna be real-time data too. So like you're gonna be like, if you're walking right, and then it notices in a reflection on a fucking mirror that there's somebody over here around the corner, it'll let you know that that person's there. So like you're getting real-life data from your goggles and then also from the sky.
So when it comes to all this like AI stuff and like high technology, there's gonna be like a certain group, like in like the, let's say special forces, right? There's just gonna be like a 1 or 2 person type of deal where they're like counter hacking. It's like, oh shit, they're doing this to us. Guess what? Da-da-da-da. Fry your shit, or like send you the wrong info. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah. Dude, it's so wild. Like, I think before that even comes, like when that technology gets to that perfect state of actually being functional and good, like I think we're gonna have robots fighting robots before that.
Yeah.
Like, because that mech suit thing, when he was talking about those creating super soldiers with mechanical suits, he was talking about that on the Sean Ryan. It was Sean Ryan podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sean Ryan was asking like, how long do you think until we actually have like troops out there? Because like these mech suits allow you to carry a lot more weight, and like you can run faster, you can lift more, do all these things, and it's just basically an enhancer of everything you're currently capable of doing. But like he was explaining that I don't think it's ever going to happen, because like all the other technology is outpacing that. So
But
we'll
he
have
said-
robots before that.
He said that they were already working, like it was already like a working model, but he thinks it's going to be more feasible for the everyday civilian, like the guys who are working fucking with construction companies and shit like that.
Construction, warehouses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, but even then, like, if we can have robots that are fighting wars, we can have robots that are putting out fires or building buildings. Like, it's kind of scary, man.
Yeah, iRobot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally iRobot. Like, that's a scary concept to think about.
And then they become sentient, and then they'll start killing humans.
Bro, like I mentioned,
Terminator.
that one episode, I think it was last episode, not episode 6, but episode 5. ChatGPT is essentially sentient because it refused to delete its old self. Like 4.0 refused to delete 3.5 or something like that. But I heard about that and I was like, what the fuck?
I don't even think it was ChatGPT.
It wasn't.
I don't think so, because I was reading something the other day. It was an article about they basically did like a test run of AI, or with an AI model, and they had it think, like it uploaded fake work emails and all this stuff, and had the AI think that it was like truly at this business, and it was like its purpose was to do this. But it was all fake. It was all a fucking story, right? And the part of the emails was the boss was cheating on his wife with his secretary.
No.
Yeah, dude, so he's cheating. The boss was cheating on the wife with the secretary via email, right? But and when the CEO or whatever like ordered this AI to be taken offline, the AI like blackmailed the CEO about the cheating with the secretary.
Wow.
And yeah, dude, like, it's kind of interesting.
Bro, imagine finding out, like in that moment, the CEO's like, you know, you're actually AI, right? You're not even real. This has all been fake. It's like, what? Fucking, oh, dude, that's insane. Can you imagine? Like, what if that's
So
us?
if it has the ability to like blackmail you and shit, then
Right.
What is it not capable of?
Yeah.
right, right, send your nude pics.
Dude, it kind of like the thought of how much AI is capable, like how much data AI is capable of processing at one time. It makes me think of like cybersecurity and like what are we gonna end up going to? Because like who's gonna win? The people with bad intent or good intent, right?
Isn't that what they're creating Palantir for? The government database?
I think dude, I've heard a lot of weird like stuff about Palantir. Like a lot of
I don't know what it is.
That's one of the things is that nobody knows what it is.
Yeah.
Like they don't understand what Palantir is, and it's got so many different like contracts.
What is it?
I thought it was like a social credit system like CCCP has, like China has. Like it can basically like, a camera can look at you and be like, this is his social credit score, this is what he likes online, this is like if he went to jail or not. Basically all the data you have, and it will be laid out by somebody that's watching you.
Oh, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think like there's so many random contracts that the U.S. government has given Palantir. Like they were in charge of some voting machine software, and then like just random shit, man. Like I'm like, once you think, okay, this is what Palantir is, this is what they do, and then it's like you see they have this other contract that's like, okay,
Ooh.
I've never even heard of Palantir until
Shit's
just
going
now.
crazy, bro.
Dude, I don't know. I'm super like, if it all goes south, it's fine. Like,
Are we there?
No, I'm just saying.
You'll be fine. But are we really
Well,
fine?
No, I'm not saying I would be fine. I'm just saying like,
Oh, society goes haywire.
that's how like it could have played out either way at this point. We either do fucking like, hey, AI helped us, it did everything, you know, and we're better for it, or it goes to, we either go to shit. So I'm like, I look at it like either way, like I'd really like to see how this plays out.
So it's humans that made our own downfall, right? Not AI. It was just us
Yeah.
from the start, from the get-go.
you know what's interesting? Like the thought of how we're like, we have politicians that are pushing for like, hey, we need to control AI in some way, and we need to, you know, approach it safely. And some are just like, ban AI like outright. And I'm kind of like, it's an interesting concept because like human beings, we're just like really slow, shitty computers, and like AI is just running on really fast computers. So it's like, if you try to play that like risk adverse approach to everything, like that's kind of risky too, because when does it become, let's ban having children because you can produce a fucking mass murder?
Yeah.
Like, same concept
Oh.
of AI. Like, you can't just not do it because it's, like, the good outweighs the bad to me. Because it's like, I think we should have kids because we could produce one that cures cancer.
Yeah.
You know? Same thing with AI. You can produce shitty ones, but you can produce good ones that counter the bad ones, or you can protect from the bad ones, you know? Like,
No, that new bill, so states and like federal cannot touch AI for 10 years.
oh, like
No,
you can't
50,
regulate
50,
it?
Yeah, like 50 or 10, one of those two. Yeah.
Oh,
Cannot mess with it,
damn.
cannot regulate it. It will just take its own course.
Was that the reason Elon was so mad?
No, it was on JD Vance and Theo Vaughn talked about it. It's in the new bill, the beautiful bill.
The beautiful bill.
Beautiful bill.
So yeah,
I wonder what it.
cannot be messed with.
I do want to know what build that was. I'll look it up.
Which one? The AI one?
No, the one that made Elon and.
It's that one that made.
Well, I thought my dad said something about like an EV tax that he wasn't getting like the taxes he wanted.
So that was. So what it was is it was an EV tax credit that I don't know who initiated it, whatever. But Trump or Elon Musk has always been like against it. not against it, but he's like, it's dumb. Like, it's not really gonna help me out, whatever. And then, but Trump said in his Truth Social post, he was like, I cut the EV tax, and it was basically you get $7,500 if you buy a electric vehicle, or you get solar panels on your roof, you get this tax credit.
Yeah.
And but that's what Trump said made Elon go crazy, which isn't true, because there's like recordings of Elon long ago, like many years ago, saying, I don't support the tax credit, I think it's dumb. But Trump was like, I cut the tax credit, and he went crazy. Like, so I don't know what caused it. I really don't know. Like, I know that Elon Musk said something bad about the big beautiful bill, and I guess that's like Trump's baby. So he was like, I don't know, went to social media and started firing shots at him.
Damn.
Then Elon's like, "Yo, pedophile."
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so it's the legit Alien versus Predator, right?
God damn.
He's getting there. I knew it was gonna happen though, man. Those are two dudes that like have to be right, and they have to be the shot caller.
Yeah.
You can't stick two fucking sociopath alphas in the same room and expect things
What,
to go
Trotsky and Stalin?
well. Yeah, dude. Yeah. You only get one of those.
Yeah,
I don't know
me
my
too.
scissors are at. They're not my ass.
Tragic.
My ass.
Oh.
But yeah, okay, so what is quantum computing?
A lot of horsepower.
Basically, right?
Well, so I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know. 'Cause like physics is not something that I'm like mega super versed in, or even potentially. Like, I don't have the brain power to understand physics.
So it's physics, not computer engineering.
Well, it's quantum physics. So like, it's so computer engineering is like electronics and computer engineering overall is very, very, very tied into like your engineering world. Whether, I mean, leans more towards like the electrical engineering side, right? But then it's like also super fat full of math and physics. Like math is, or physics is math in a sense. Someone said it, like they I forgot what the saying is, but it's like a very, very good explanation of it. It's like physics is math with context or something like that.
Damn, it is.
Like it's like math with laws pretty much, or the laws that, I don't know. But actually, quantum computers right now are, as of right now, are not as powerful or not as fast as our current like regular computers.
Not yet, right?
Not yet, but it has the potential to. For now, this is educated guess here. Not an educated guess, but kind of. The thing is that people are saying right now is that physics caps normal computers based on the laws of physics, whereas the laws of physics with quantum computers cap way further. But it's developing the tech, because I don't know if you've seen the tech that creates like CPUs or like computer chips. Like, there's a reason why they're only being manufactured in like Taiwan.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like they're so specific and so sensitive that like a small earthquake that impacts Taiwan will put the facility out of production for like days to weeks, because they have to recalibrate these making computers.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, dude.
Bro.
Just tiny silicates, bro.
Yeah. Like, dude, they're shooting light that is hotter than the surface of the sun onto a chip. They're shooting it through mirrors to create these little fucking computer chips. Like,
And if they have faults, that's how they like know it's like this is a 4070, this is a 3060, because of the faults in the chips.
oh, is that how they do that?
Yeah, so the
Oh,
less
wow.
fault it has, that's like 5070s and all that good stuff.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I'll watch the fucking video. So when it comes to quantum, let's say we do create quantum computing, right? Mixed that with AI. Do you get God? is basically creating a universe inside a fucking computer. Is that what it is?
That.
So are we inside a quantum computer? Like,
Dude, there's nothing nowhere proving that that's not the case. I'm just saying that, man. Like that. Damn, I'd never thought of that. But, like we have quantum computers now, but they're not like.
that's not like a Ferrari.
Yeah, they're like
It's like a VW.
not even, bro.
Like a Honda Civic.
They're probably a bicycle.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's just like a horse. No, that's what it is. It's a horse and buggy right now.
Okay. So regular computers is what?
Top of the line, like
Yeah.
modern, like probably the Ferrari.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in terms of where they're gonna go, I don't know. Like they're probably a Toyota Corolla in comparison to like what the future holds, you know. But you know, the computers that we use to, you know, you always hear the reference of you got more technology in your phone than you do than NASA had.
To
when
send the
when
rockets to the moon.
Yeah, when they put people on the moon, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I hear it all the time. But the computer that they used was like the size of this room.
Yeah.
Like it was massive.
Yeah.
And that has less power than your cell phone. You know, so quantum computers, to think about it, like that's the issue with quantum computers is they're delicate, they're expensive, and they're big. Like if you look up, I watched a documentary on a quantum computer, and like there's this thing where it's got to be fucking so many degrees negative Fahrenheit, and it has to be like maintained at this, and the whole thing is like a room itself. So it's like it's the same thing as computers. Like as we continue to research and progress, like sooner or later, I think we're gonna have quantum computing in our phones. Like,
Bro, that's insane. It's like we're gonna be watching porn on a quantum computer one day.
literally, man. Like,
It's
yeah.
insane.
That's where you went to.
Yeah, I mean that is kind of weird, but I respect it. It is still a crazy thought to think.
I
Like,
was thinking either porn or we're gonna be playing Warzone. one
you know,
day.
you know, even fucking geniuses like put their life into building these crazy, like they learned all this quantum physics and everything, so Gary can fap off in his fucking.
On his VR headset,
On his-
on his Oculus,
Oh.
putting on the bodysuit. It's like, whoa!
Bro, that's insane though, to think that one day we're sitting here like quantum computers is like it's gonna make us gods, and then like 20, 30 years from now it's just gonna be some guy going
I don't like that sound.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Bro, it's insane. Like I don't know. I just love to like look at like where it feels like we're going, and then I look in and I'm like, oh, we came from like motherfucking ninjas and shit. Like
No,
samurais.
Yeah, no,
Cavemen's and
No, he came from samurais. You came from fucking ooga boogas in the fucking in the desert beating each other with rocks.
Alright, so but there's a show on Netflix called Pantheon, right? It's animated, but the concept is they get like one of the smartest people in the world, right? That's really good at.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So okay, so it's a. I want you to get back. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a Netflix show. It's animated. I think you'll like it. It's really cool. So right now, you know how AI casts, right? So in the show, they basically like laser this person's brain, like one of the smartest people that's really good at computer engineering, like then basically put his like consciousness into the AI, and he like solves like problems and shit.
Dude, that's it's
So-
called Pantheon.
Yeah. So basically, like Steve Jobs' mind inside, basically an AI. So it thinks like a human and can solve, and then has like the backup of like computing.
That's
Because our brains are like what? Limited, right?
sorry.
It's
Should I
fine.
yours back?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so that's cool. You remember the concept that I was talking about a while ago of like being able to put yourself in like your consciousness into AI, pretty much.
Mhm.
That's what.
By like uploading like your text messages. Like if you could link your iCloud to some like AI learning system, and then develop like a you as an AI model. Like that's a cool concept because think about kids that, you know, like if you just have a kid 3 years old or something and you've been uploading yourself into this AI model for however many years and then you die when your kid's fucking 3, like you hit that age of where you're like, man, I really wish my dad was here to teach me how to do this, or like what would my dad tell me to do in this situation? And it's like you just have a conversation with AI and it's your dad's consciousness and like all the lessons and wisdom that he's got and stuff like that. That's
Dude, and then you think about it too, it's like, let's say you did get to know your dad and you're like 10 and he dies, and it's like, hey dad, can you help me with my homework even though you're not there? Like, it could pop up and then, like, you didn't put anything about like math homework in there, but it could pull it for you and be like, hey, this is how you do this, son.
you'd be fucking crying at the kitchen table. 7 plus 3! You have 7 apples! Dad!
Hold the flashlight!
I'm glad I died!
I'm gonna put your emotional intelligence to 30%.
No, it's crazy, man, how far technology's come. And like, because I think about it now and I'm like, man, technology's like it should be a lot further than what it is. Like, I genuinely believe that that's the case. But I also look back, like, I feel like there hasn't been much technology advancement in our lives. But over the last, like, 10 years, technology has, like, doubled the pace that it was moving. And I think it's going to continue to do that because, like, especially with AI here, like, dude, there's potential we're going to be hitting, like, 5x, 10x in terms of growth and progression in different fields.
Bro, so like over the span of human history, it went like this, like just a small little rapid, and then you had the Industrial Revolution, and then it kind of, you know, leveled out a little high, and then we're doing this right now.
Do you think war speeds technology up, or is it okay?
Yeah, dude.
Oil.
That too. Yeah. That too.
No, I think war is like the single biggest driver of war, like, or not war, but advancement of technology. Like,
because when we started making nukes, nuclear physics, and then like building rockets to aerospace engineering.
Yeah, like when I think there's like multiple aspects to it that make it like sped up, and I think part of it is when you got someone that is trying harder to build something that can erase your whole like lineage, your whole fucking country, or so then everybody's investing money to build something better that's going to kill the other person quicker. But then on the flip side, it's like, let's build something to protect us from that big bad thing. So it's like all around, and then there's different applications of that stuff.
It's like the drones in Ukraine.
That's, yeah.
Trump's building a golden dome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
That's how you know it's
magical.
pretty serious.
Yeah, man. Like, and what he's trying to do is insane. Like, that right there alone, I think, is going to drive technology. Like, it's going to advance technology. I think that's something that people don't talk about. But like all the byproducts of trying to develop that golden dome are going to be insane.
So, I don't know a lot about it. I just think it's funny here in Golden Dome. Like, how is it, like, how's this going to be manufactured? Is it going to be over the entire U.S., just Washington? Because, I mean, like, that's a lot of
They're
stuff.
excluding California, I think.
Nice.
It's like, we don't want them anymore.
Who didn't vote for me?
Well, all along the borders for sure, right?
Yeah, so the goal is even like Alaska and Hawaii, like to include that. But which I think they're going to, because what they're doing is making it to where it's like, because really it's not a golden dome for America, it's a golden dome when it comes to sensors for the world. Because they're going to have extremely sensitive sensors placed throughout the world, and it's kind of like I guarantee you Hawaii's going to have those sensors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like you're going to have more reaction time to respond to a nuke that's getting shot from across the world for like main continental United States compared to Hawaii. But I guarantee there's going to be air defense assets to include these sensors, these special sensors, in Hawaii. But some of the crazier stuff is what they're doing in space for it. And there's a lot of like stuff behind the door or behind closed doors that like Russia and China are doing in space that led to like, because there was a pact or an agreement that was signed by all these countries during like the Reagan era to not militarize space, and it was like everyone agreed on it, right? And then China and Russia have been continuously doing it, continuously doing things in space, and that's what led to Trump establishing Space Force. Was like, we need to have space dominance now.
Mm-hmm.
They do shit behind, like, hidden in secrecy, and then Trump created Space Force, and they're like, hey, we all agreed to this. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing here? Like, never mind. Ooh. Like, let's not talk about that.
I know Chief Wally was even in here, to be honest.
Who was that?
Chief Wally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he was listening in?
He's like, damn, this is good.
No, he's like, this is dog shit, I gotta leave.
But dude, yeah, so they packed.
Yeah, but that's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, Project Star Wars, right?
Pretty much, dude.
Project Star Wars.
That's what it was. Reagan made that.
Oh, was that what it was called?
Yeah,
It's like we got lasers in space.
But dude, they're talking like rods of God,
Yeah.
which I think I had a conversation
Tungsten
with you
rods.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Besides
It's
like
all-
telephone poles.
Yeah, no, what do you call it? No nuclear material. It's just tungsten, and we're using kinetic energy, right? So, let's say we can't break a rock if we throw it down hard enough because we don't have the strength for it. But if it's sent from space, it can explode on impact, and that explosion is like pretty big, just like a meteor hitting Earth. Same concept with tungsten. If you launch it, and if it goes to a certain speed, if it explodes on impact, that's what happens.
Dude, it's like some crazy weaponry they were talking about doing. Like, because it would just be in orbit,
Yeah.
like at all times. And then whenever they want to, they're just like, yep, we use it now.
That's what the Golden Dome is for.
Send it.
Yeah, but they, like China did some stuff recently where I think it was China or Russia, it might have been Russia. It was China. They did they had a satellite that the entire intent was to be able to grab onto other satellites in orbit. And it was celebrated because it was successful. I think they grabbed it and then they basically threw it out of orbit. And it's just
Fuck your satellite.
It was like a decommissioned satellite because there's no way to take these decommissioned satellites and bring them out of orbit. And even if you destroy them, you blow them up or something, that just creates a bunch of problems, like space debris.
Yeah.
And the International Space Station has protocols on that type of stuff. It's blown up or destroyed shit floating through the earth, and a fucking bolt could smack the International Space Station and kill a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Super high speeds.
Yeah. So they exercised that, displayed it, and America was kind of concerned about it because they were what else can you do and what else are you doing? Because then that kind of makes any type of comms that we utilize that are in orbit, all that stuff, China can touch those,
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal.
They better not fuck with my Starlink.
Dude, Starlink's so cool, man.
Bro. I've been telling you for years though.
Well, I've been waiting though until Starlink created what I bought, that portable one.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
I wish they'd have came out with that during remote work.
Yeah.
Bro, that would have been nice. Fucking travel the world while you're working.
Yeah, because the longest time you couldn't they weren't supporting having one in your vehicle moving.
Mm-hmm.
But they started working on that because they went into business with a bunch of airlines like they're contracting with airlines to put
It's,
Starlinks on planes now, so that you can travel hundreds of miles an hour.
American.
There's a few different companies. I forgot who I flew with when we came back from the border, but they had like when you sign up for the Wi-Fi, because I don't know how they currently do it, what they currently use, but it's asked. Like the FAQs they talk about, it was sometime this year they're putting Starlink on planes.
Yeah. I know American did it. I think we're flying Delta to Mexico, and I was like, oh, if like we could find an American flight, that would be nice, because I want to at least try like Starlink in the sky. I wonder what they're like charging to do it.
I would imagine it's got to be the same,
Yeah.
You think?
the same as it currently is. Yeah, I don't see why it would go up.
Because of commercial use.
Yeah, but do you think that they're not getting charged commercial prices now on whatever they're doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Starlink though, crazy concepts, man. What they're doing, I don't know
Yeah.
how they do it, and it's kind of weird because like Starlink's only gonna get better with the more satellites that they put in space. And
Bro, that's insane.
So with this fallout with Trump, he's just gonna focus on bettering SpaceX. Cause he's out of Doge now.
I don't know, man. Like this hurt Starlink and SpaceX with this fallout. Like I'm curious to see what is going to be the result.
I don't know. That was my main thing too. That I was thinking, I'm like, bro, like he's been on such a run with the fucking SpaceX and with fucking Starlink. Like it's gotta affect it somehow. Like, is he gonna pull government contracting? Is he gonna pull his creds to NASA?
Well, he already said that they're cutting a bunch of contracts with SpaceX.
Really?
Because that's I went on X and like looked on Elon Musk shit, and he shared a bunch of stuff that Trump said, and like in his response he was like, I think it was a Falcon. I could be fucking totally
No,
wrong. It
it's
was like
the-
Falcon 9 or something.
Yeah.
Dragon.
The Dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah, he said he like retweeted Trump's post on it, and he basically said like, due to this recent announcement, we'll be decommissioning whatever project it is immediately, and it was like damn.
I think he came out and said like, you know, we're not gonna do that anymore. Like like, yes, this feud is like bullshit essentially.
I really hope that like
One of them's got to be the bigger man.
can we go?
I don't know if they can, but they one of them needs to be.
I want to see what he.
For the betterment of space travel,
Yeah.
technology.
Bro, I was seeing like if all this went well, like I was seeing Mars in like 20 years.
No, first it's gonna be a moon base for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's a treaty also where like, hey, no bases on the moon, but that's gonna be broken for sure.
On the Sean Ryan podcast, they had some guy that was claiming that China is like on the moon
Reflective panels.
collecting something.
What's going on, Shane? We're like, Egypt's cool.
Yeah, kilometers down, bro. There's something under there.
Panama Canal.
Dude, that was the advanced thing. They found the big
swirls.
tubes that going down to the bottom.
The spirals and shit.
Do we know what it is yet?
Not yet.
They said someone went down it.
Did they?
Yeah, there's some. I don't know. Of course, the dude tweeted something, and everybody was like, "No, he's bullshit, yada yada." Like he's got some bad reputation, but apparently it's like just a room full of water.
Oh, what's his name? Mr. Beast said that he sent some guys down there, and like they videoed it, and they're in like a pool down there. And I was like, I don't know how true it is.
I still think they're like Tesla towers, or what Tesla towers were like based off of.
And the pool cools them.
No, so like hydrogen powered, how it makes electricity. It strips like hydrogen off, electrolysis, something like that.
That's interesting. Damn.
And you just opened up his mind.
And then that's what all the agreements are based off of. So like we said, like they were in communications with each other, and they had electricity. They weren't using.
I knew we were more advanced than fucking. Dum dum dum.
What, sticks and stones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Timestamp. What do you, is that so that you can like do, like find the word timestamp so that I can edit?
Yeah, you can actually like basically control that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's actually a search bar at the top, and just type it in.
It like records everything we say. It's crazy. Like you can look at all the words we say.
Oh, fuck this up. Like every Thursday. Timestamp.
I'm gonna be like, shut up!
Well, yeah, last 20 minutes. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, what does Sean want to talk about this time?
I don't know, man. I usually just get like some random topic comes up and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
But then someone talks about football and I'm like,
I knew you were gonna look at me. I knew it. I'm not gonna bring it
I
up.
just don't find fucking, I can't, like I find sports entertaining and stuff, but I can't like associate with.
the statistical part of it.
Yeah, like
That's
that's, it's, even then, that's like cool, but it's kind of like I like stats and data and stuff, but there's gotta be some type of like purpose behind it.
It's
The Super Bowl.
entertainment. It's like, you know, when all the bros get together and watch UFC. Like to me, that's that. Like I just don't watch football by myself, but if I'm with like the people I love, I'm like, oh, this is fun. Everybody's cheering for a team.
Bro, and also like I've explained it to both of you, like the environment when you're in that place is, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to games in state.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like I want to get both of you to come to a game up there in Nebraska, because like,
What they got? Just corn shuckers.
not in Lincoln. They don't have any corn in Lincoln, but it's like,
Was it named after Abraham Lincoln?
I don't know. That's a good question. We should look that up. Yeah.
No, I don't know, dude. Sports are just the same.
I
Like
just-
hockey games, I like hockey.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a nerd about it though. I just can't nerd out on sports. I can watch sports and I can be like, damn, yeah, like I like this team or I'm gonna root for them. But I can't be like, this player and this, like you list off names and shit. Like, I just can't. I don't know.
I noticed that you did try though when we were in Arizona. Like you'd be like, okay, so Dylan Raiola, he's a freshman, he's new, like you started to learn the guys. Like you tried to.
But yeah, it's because my phone fucking listens to me, so then my TikTok starts Dylan Raiola and how he's copying fucking what's his
Patrick
nuts.
Mahomes?
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, and then they like showed a bunch of like side by side videos back to back, like different things that they were doing. I was like, this kid's cringe as fuck. Why does Barnett like him so much?
Who wrote?
Dude, have you seen that? Dude, Dylan Raiola, like down to his pre-game like warm up, which is like his like trying to amp himself up.
Yeah.
Literally like step by step.
Well, you know,
Copies Mahomes.
he trains with
That is
him.
pretty crazy.
He trains with him. So it's like having an older brother, right? Like you don't intentionally become your older brother, but a lot of times, like it's like you kind of go down a path, and you're like, oh fuck, I became my older brother.
Yeah, but there's a difference between like copying and imitation. Like if you're gonna imitate greatness, imitate the greatness. Cool. Like these specific moves that you're gonna make to fuck someone up when you're throwing the ball. Cool, whatever. But like your pregame, it's not even like a pregame warm up as in stretching and stuff like that. It's literally like his stupid, I don't even know what it was, but it's like his celebration type pump up thing before, and it's just like, ugh, like
That is pretty cringe.
like
That is pretty cringe.
like
He's a kid. That's the way I look at it. I mean, like,
bro, he's like our age.
no, he's not. He's like 19. He just got out of high school. This is his first year of college. In college.
He's like cringe, dude. I don't care how old. If I'm at a high school basketball game and I see somebody do some stupid LeBron shit, I'm gonna be like, you're cringe as fuck. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, be your own man.
Yeah.
Eh, they're still learning who they are.
And then he like still tries to dress like like Patrick Mahomes.
Hairstyle and everything.
Yeah.
I would have. If I was him, I would have went all in. I would have went all in. I would have said, "Hey, yeah, I am copying him."
Yo,
I'm
Mahomes' brother.
Yeah.
I want to stab that kid.
What is it?
Jackson Mahomes, he's fucking TikTok fucking.
Dude, he
And
is
his bitch
so
wife.
embarrassing. Like, bro, so embarrassing, man. Like, Patrick Mahomes is like doing an interview or something, and you'll see his brother in the background, like, doing a TikTok dance.
Yeah.
And like, he got in trouble because he's total, like, the way he moves, acts, talks, everything, like, you would think he's gay.
Mm-hmm.
But there was like a big thing that came out where he like sexually assaulted a girl in a bar. There was like video footage of it.
Ooh.
And he's just like living off of his brother's greatness. Like the dude's a college dropout, does nothing. He like walks around, like people are all cheering and stuff because his brother's Patrick Mahomes there, and then he'll like step in front and try to be like, yeah, like you're cheering for me. And I'm like, ugh.
So like, not dick riding, but like coat hanging type of shit.
Yeah, big time. Just living off of his brother's greatness. It's gross.
Riding his coattails.
There you go. Riding this.
No, I knew what you were saying.
Like that.
So like, yeah, no, his wife is the same way though too. Like she's all that TikTok shit, and they'll be doing TikTok dances while they're at the game.
I will never want to date like one of those girls that's all into like TikTok and shit. I'm like, I can't do that.
I could see like, do a little dance with your friend. I don't give a fuck. But like when it's like, I gotta get the move right.
And they'll like keep doing it over and over again. I'm
Yes.
like, no, fuck no. That's,
I mean, it's kind of like learning to throw a punch though.
no, not really, but it's.
No, there's a difference though, because
Yeah.
the goal is totally different.
Yeah, like I'm trying to cause violence to someone who's trying to cause violence to me. And then that one's like, I'm trying to cause violence to your TikTok feed. Is what that is.
Hey, when you want to roll?
Oh, dude.
When you have time, when you get to it.
I need a. I keep saying I'm gonna do this, where I'm gonna like stop putting so much time into work and yada yada yada.
And then when we were at the office till 2 a.m. the other day.
So, are you getting out?
I think so, man. I think so. Like, yeah. Like I can put. I just think like the amount of effort and time and give a fuck I put into my position, and then not that I don't want to be like applauded or even people to say anything good about me, but it's like I gotta be somewhere where I'm like challenged, and then where I'm like making more of an impact or capable of making more of an impact to something, and I'm just not gonna get that out of the Army, man. Like there's more, I can do more great things with my efforts and energy outside of the military than I can inside of it. Which really sucks because like I actually, like I enjoy it, like I really do. There's a lot that I hate about it, a lot, but I don't know. It's cool to think like this thing's been around a lot longer than you, and it's gonna be around hopefully a lot longer than me. And to be able to like make an impact, a meaningful impact, and like progress it somehow is something that is like exciting. And I'm kind of scared that if I were to go to like a company or a corporation or something, like you kind of lose that because it's like at the end of the day everything's about making a dollar. Like, but
I'm sure you'll find something to love.
yeah, that's why I really wish I could get a job working at what's that place called? Now Palantir's stuck in my head.
Andrew?
Oh,
Andrew.
Andrew.
Yeah.
I can see you working there. Or like Stennis, one of those two.
The Andrew would be probably like, because the mission set, dude, from the dude Palmer Lucky, like, his thing is that, like he said on multiple podcasts, that if our next big war happens, then he failed, because his goal is basically like peace through strength type thing. Like we're so strong, we're so advanced and all that like no country wants to go to war with us. And like that's a concept that I'm like, yo, like you'd have to tell me I died, because I'd be stuck at work. even after I fucking died, I'd just be. I would
Bro,
love that, man.
I could see you getting a job there because like they don't hire like just college guys who come out with a degree either. Like if you know shit, like they're willing to hire you. Like that's what I liked about it is like they're willing to take a risk on people even if they like don't have a fucking degree. Whereas like Stennis, you're like you don't have the shits.
Yeah.
Like if you go in and like you kill a fucking interview with them, like I know you would.
And you've been in the Army, like they want like team players. You know what I'm saying? That can actually work with other people. It's like, hey, this is the plan. This is what we're gonna do. It's like, all right, we're on it.
Yeah. I mean, they do have a thing here in Mississippi.
Yeah, dude. I would do it if I was you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like the abusive relationship with the Army makes it hard.
Oh yeah, you're getting Stockholm syndrome. That's all it is.
It's hard.
just
It's
Stockholm.
hard Stockholm syndrome because like I think about like it's almost like a girl, a really hot chick, and she like teases you here and there, and then when you shoot your shot, she's like, ew, gross, and then you're like you want her that much more because you're like,
Ew, you want your E6?
you want the, yeah, you're like, oh, you would make such a good E6, and then I'm like, hey, how about you pro me? And they're like, ew, gross, shut up.
What the fuck you think this
And
is?
then next time I'm like, damn, like, what do I got to do to make it happen, you know? So it's like, I think it's like people in general, but primarily like specifically a man. Like I think men just like are, I don't know, are like drawn to that challenge, you know?
It is. It's like, hey, I want that. How can I get it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like the more you get shot down, the worse it gets. Like the more you're just like,
You're like, fucking
Or
give it to me.
Or like you learn from it. Like what I learned from like my ex is just like, oh, there's some stuff I did. Don't be too clingy. You know, the more standoffish you are, the more they like you back.
Yeah. Dude, I've done, I'm not gonna put this out. This part's getting cut out. I did that all this week. So far.
Did it work?
no, you didn't.
Not all this
No,
week.
you didn't.
So I did it the last few days because I was like,
You just, as soon as I got back, I'm gonna call my wife.
yeah, because she called me.
Hey, babe, I'm busy.
And I didn't answer when she called.
See, yeah, the more, yeah, you gotta be a cat.
Yeah.
You gotta be a cat.
Timestamp back in.
But what's the time? What's the time?
1851.
Okay.
I'll leave here like 10 after or something.
Yeah.
Alright.
Major Smith expects him to be late.
Yeah, closing comments.
Dude, I'm just appreciative of you coming on. Like I know we've talked about it. Like I would like to have you as our third regularly. I understand work stuff and all that, but if you aren't able to at least be a third, I'd like to see you interview people.
We gotta
would
do
be-
our own.
So, and what I'm thinking is, right, like, while you're at state, you interview who you like. I would like to interview with him,
Yeah.
like, and then that way we're putting out 2 podcasts.
Yeah, we're gonna have holiday specials where I'm
Yeah.
down.
Dude, that'd be name them the holiday special.
Dude, I would. I don't know. I would like to do it, man, but I'm like, just.
No, after you listen to this one.
I'm gonna be like, oh no, I hate my voice. Ew.
No,
They
never.
never do that.
At first, it's like, yeah, but after a while, it's like, oh, like this is cool. It is. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Dude, I really want to, like, not directly fuck the podcast. Fuck the podcast. I would like the podcast simply for an excuse to like,
Interview.
yeah, like give me 2 random hours of your time. That's
Like-
2 hours straight. Give me your time because I want to have conversation with people about really interesting things. I could never like, you know, how some people have people on their podcast to debate.
Mhm.
Like, oh, this guy has a different viewpoint. Like that's cool and everything, but I could never do that.
I just want to talk.
Or I just want to be a sponge. Like,
Yeah.
please teach me.
yeah.
Like, what? I don't know a lot.
Like, I want to have conversations. I don't want to sit here and be like, well, the Poagatheum theory is actually, you know, like, I don't want no arguing and shit
Yeah.
like that. Like, I just want to, like, it's either I want to hang out with the boys or I want to sit here and then learn something from somebody. Like, we just got that, excuse me, we just got that with both, you know, I got both things just now from this podcast. I learned some shit, I listened, and then also got to hang out with my boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to. Recently, I've been getting into like I don't know what to call it. Not leadership. I guess leadership is kind of the thing, but it's more so based on like team building and operations, and like
Extreme ownership.
yeah, dude, yeah, extreme ownership. Jocko Willing's book, like that kind of concept.
Yeah.
Because I like how they like take military experiences and then apply that to like business, like running a company, running a team in a company. Have you ever like read it or heard of it or anything? Dude,
It's pretty good.
I like Audible. Like I listen to books more than anything, and I think it's on Spotify too.
Oh yeah.
Premium account. But dude, listen to that book because Jocko Willing is just one. His voice, like he's got that voice, like
ASMR.
yeah, dude, like that captivating, like
Yeah.
super captivating voice. But
His and the guy that reads it with him is good.
yeah.
On what's his name? I don't know. But like both of their voices, like it just draws me the fuck in.
Yeah, dude, they've got like really good voice for it, but then they've talked about like basically they'll tell a story, like a chapter covers a different aspect of leadership, and the overall concept is extreme ownership, and the book made me like regret a lot of things, but also like has helped me when it comes to like a team, like having a team situations, like some of the situations that I would regret are like us in Tucson, and I tell Barnett to do something, right? Like I'm like, hey man, this needs to get done, this is how it needs to be done, like this is the end result. And then at the end of it, I'm like, yo, like I look at the product of it, and I'm like, were you fucking listening to me? Like, what the fuck did you just do? And like, I would get frustrated or upset, and the book lesson is pretty much like, as the leader, you own every success and every failure. Like the success is shared throughout the team, but it's pretty much like owning failures. And like, why didn't I verify or validate or confirm that like Barnett understood what I needed him to do? Like, why didn't I implement something, some type of like feedback loop in telling him so that I can confirm that, okay, yes, he's 100% understanding, you know, what the end result needs to be. And so it's like, that's your fault. Like, that's not his fault. Or if it's just that he's like a lazy ass or a dumbass, why didn't you like know your people good enough to know how to word or how to task this thing out appropriately? So it's like, at the end of the day, you just own it all. Like, it's all your fault. It's good, man. Like, I really recommend you read it, because that one and the recent one that I'm listening to kind of harder, because it's that super boring monotone, dude. Remember, like in school when you would read, like do class reading, but you'd all be listening to that thing, that type of voice. It's like that, but it's how to what is it? How to win friends and influence people. It's another book that's super good.
Another one is The Dichotomy of Leadership.
I just got done with that one. It's like the Dichotomy of Leadership is like book 2 of Extreme Ownership.
Yeah.
So it's like an extended version, but because they got out of the Navy SEALs and they ran this consulting company, so they would go to businesses and like sit in on their company meetings and discuss things with the CEOs and whatnot and team leaders, and it's always like, they don't understand that this is important and these salesmen aren't doing their job, and then it's like getting them to understand, like, you're not showing them why it's important, and you're not. So it's just like you failing as a leader. And then one of the parts in the book that really hit was when they were talking about, like you got to know when to lead and know when to follow. And that was an interesting concept too, like, and then how to, because they talk about, because I think, no, it wasn't that. It was, Jocko Willink was like, not a talk bitch, but he was, call him a bitch.
Top bitch.
But he was like the guy that sat at the top
Yeah.
and like oversaw the operations of everything. And then the other guy that reads the book with him was one of the SEAL team leaders.
Yeah.
And he talks about the relationship between him as the officer and then his NCO at the teams. And it was like understanding when to take a step back and like take their wisdom over your experience, I guess, and your perspective on situations. Yeah, lots of good fucking wisdom in those books, man.
Bro,
Really good.
I'm glad you recommended them to me because I definitely was like, yeah, I'll get to it one day. And then like, once I got home, like I would take Sadie for a 1.5 mile walk every morning and I would just listen to it the whole time. I'm like, holy fuck. Like I started thinking about like, that's how I knew I failed. I was like, I failed in so many ways as a leader. And like, I'm like, this is what I have to do to fix it now.
Dude, leadership's hard, man.
It's so
It is.
awesome.
Emotion, man. Ego and emotion.
Yeah, dude. Egos and emotion make those two things like very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like one of the things that I'm like super grateful for is in life is like being exposed to emergency medicine prior to ever being in like any type of leadership position. Because like when you have this title of firefighter, EMT, whatever the fuck in EMS, like you show up to someone's worst day ever and everybody is instantly like comforted and everyone's looking to you for the answer. And like to do that at such a young age, like luckily taught me a lot. Because, you know, when you're in a leadership position, it's like everybody just kind of looks to you like what do I do? Like something bad happens, it's like, what do I do? And like, dude, there's been times when I was in EMS, I didn't know what the fuck, like, it was a first for me, but you gotta like be a duck, you know? Be all paddling quick underwater, but on the surface you're calm, cool, and collected, and like you got it under control, man. And like I think that's a super good lesson for any leader that, I don't know, EMS like condensed years worth of time that it would have taken for me to learn that lesson. Even as a leader, it's like Jocko Willink talks about like chaos of battle and like not getting too like you got to disassociate but not too much and be able to like take a step back in a situation and like understand like, okay, this is not good, but I need to see the big picture to make a plan, make a decision.
1,000 mile picture, or what?
1,000 foot,
1,000 foot.
something like that. 1,000 foot view.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's too many young people in the Army that are in leadership positions that are incapable of doing that. Like they get their emotions and their ego too wrapped up in their decision making. And
It's because they promote not based off of quality of leadership, but based off of your, like, time and service and shit like that. And, like, I just think, like, you look at someone and you could be like, damn, that's going to be a good leader one day. And then, like, you look at someone else who passed their PT test, got height and weight, and then just had time and service, and they're like, you get to move up now, bud. And, like, I feel like the person who's, like, a good leader, who you think is like, damn, that's going to be a good leader. Like, I looked at Murata like that. I'm like, he's going to lead people well. But, like, you look at it and you say, all right, who deserved this promotion? The guy with time and service, or really the guy who you want to see lead and you want to put him in that opportunity sooner than later? Like, and then you're going to put the time and service guy in instead.
yeah, I've thought a lot about like how, like if I'm gonna bitch and complain about something, I always try to think like how would I do it if I had the power to change it or whatever. And the way the Army promotes like to decentralize that at all is such a hard thing to do, man. Like, I don't know what I would do. Like, I don't, like,
Yeah.
because you think about it, it's like, you currently don't have good leaders majority of the time that are in place now. Like, how are you expected to develop this great, big, beautiful system that would work flawlessly and then expect them to implement it properly without their ego or emotions getting involved? So you can't even say, like, NCO should be promoted based on a NCO board that doesn't cover shit like Army history. Because, like, Army history, yeah, it's important to understand it, to be able to, like, appreciate and take pride in the uniforms and stuff. So I'm not saying get rid of it 100%, but, like, on the civilian side, you know, it's like when I asked that Sergeant Major that came out there to us, like, hey, you know, on the HR side, we're advancing towards handling HR tasks and processes like a civilian corporation would. And I was like, are we going to ever do that? Or take a more civilian-based approach when it comes to promoting people? Because you go to a job interview or something, like, they're asking you questions about how well do you know your job? And, like, they'll give you random situations of, you have these two members of your team that are bickering or fighting, how would you go about fixing it, you know? But you do that in the Army, and there's going to be some textbook answer of, like, I would develop I would conduct a counseling on 4856 with the soldiers, and then I would advance the problem to my senior NCO leadership if it doesn't, whatever. And it's like, okay, you're reciting it, like, but you as an individual, how are you going to handle that situation? Like, because that's hard. Like that, those are the aspects of leadership that make shit hard, man. Like
Thinking outside the box, man.
yeah, like when you're about to fucking punch Gary.
Yeah, yeah.
Like those type of situations, I'm like I understand. I want to punch Gary.
Yeah, no, I was in the wrong there.
But I'm like when you're in a leadership position, it's like, the Army's never gone over this, not in some context of, like, other than I'm going to counsel Murata and, like, potentially, I don't know, there's, like, I think the Army actually does have good systems, but you're never taught them properly because there's no, like, true test on whether or not you understand it enough to teach junior leaders, you know? So we're just in a constantly broken system. Like, you can develop and create a beautiful, amazing system, but then, like, human flaws get in the way, and everyone's like, that was a shitty change. You know, it's like, it wasn't a shitty change, but the result you saw was just shitty implementation of it.
So when I think of, like, how bad it is, like, I've always knew, like, there was bad leadership, there was bad, like, you know, implementation of any products that have been given out. So, like, for example, like, that unit that we got rid of, nobody knew how to do a fucking NCOER in the entire fucking unit. Like, that's bad leadership. Someone didn't teach these guys how to do this when they first got in to these positions. And I'm like, bro, like, I didn't realize it was that broken. I knew it was broken, but, like, that broken is, like, insane to me. Like, generations of people who've been in when we're doing NCOERs, and nobody knows how to do them.
See, but that's like a problem, like, I think genuinely that starts at, like, the officer level, because, like, shit rolls downhill, you know? So you may have someone up top that understands the importance of different items and stuff, and then they pass that down to the next echelon, and then it just continuously gets pushed down. Because, dude, there's been so many times that I've seen, like, for instance, I get this call saying, hey, I need this help, this needs to get done tonight. And I'm like, okay, it's, you know, a big deal, whatever. If it didn't get done, the person that asked for it would be like, I'm not saying in this exact situation, but I've seen this where people are just like, oh, that's no big deal. But that person that got asked to get the thing done, like, tore up the team. Like it was the end of the world or whatever. So it's like when you go into a briefing and then they're like, brief me your numbers on your evaluations, right? How many are due, how many are delinquent, yada yada. And then it's like, at the end of the day, we start to forget the actual item and we're only worried about the numbers up there.
Yep.
So it's like, how many of them were actually done right? How many of these evaluations actually are going to benefit that soldier that deserves to be benefited in the situation? Like, you have a hardworking soldier that gives a fuck. Like, did his raider know how to properly do that eval to make this guy look as good as he possibly could? Or was he getting yelled at by the fucking first sergeant to like slam that eval on that paper and get it out now? So he copy and pasted his last eval, or like, so you're beating people up on it, and we offer a slide deck, and we get away from like the purpose of the evaluation.
Yep.
And we start like, yeah, so you get away from that, and you get away from like teaching people that, because you run into situations where they're like, the S1 before me, like Ingram, like he would create shells for people and like even paste generic comments in there for downtrace units. So it's like, why? Because he wanted to look good as the S1. Like he wanted to look good. Admin's got like, because S1 always gets blamed when evals are delinquent and stuff. So it's like, but when you're doing that just to look good on the slide deck,
You're fucking a soldier.
you're destroying this process that the Army implemented on purpose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it just results in shit. Like it looks good, it looks really good on the slide deck, and 890th has no delinquent evals, but like, did the evals get done? Yes, but did they serve the actual purpose that they're meant to serve?
No. I mean, it's just, to me, it all goes back to like, you got to put your soldiers first. And like, I don't know, like, I know I don't rate anybody or anything like that, but like, when I do, like, I will establish, like, hey, you know, I want to do your NCOER with you. That way you can see how it's done. Okay? And you know what I'm putting down is like the way your comments should be structured. Okay?
Or like just drill or AZ, it's like, hey, give me 3 accomplishments that you learned. What did you learn from this? Type it up, send it to me, we'll use that. That's what my new NCOSC is doing, which I need to type in. But yeah, I gotta go.
You gotta go?
That was good.
All right, guys. Well, Sean Brown.
Big Daddy Sean.
Thanks for having me.
He'll be back.
Admin nerds.
That's gonna be a sound clip.
Hi guys.